Welcome back to another episode, guys. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome, everybody. Nefty, how are you, my friend? Thank you for
What's going on, everyone? Thank you for having me. My first Saturday. Oh, I'm in the big times now.
You're fancy now. You're fancy now. You've made it.
Yeah.
I have to tell everybody the reason that, guys, give me 1 second. The reason why he's actually here tonight on a Saturday is because he decided to do a giveaway for the 10 vehicles that he also jazzing. Can you imagine?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. I'm just kidding, guys. But thank you guys for being here. Welcome, everybody. Let me just set up. I forgot to set up my Instagram. Here we go. All right, we're good. So welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Where is this thing now? Here we go. Okay. All right, let's see who's in the chat real quick before we get started. We're waiting on a couple of people as well, guys. So don't go anywhere. And we got Babo. Welcome. How are you?
How you doing?
We have, well, hello there. We have Jim in the house. Jim, how are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Jim, check your Facebook Messenger. I messaged you. I got your message letting me know about your new page, and you haven't joined the Facebook group. So let us know. Well, let me know. Or not let me know. Check your Facebook Messenger.
Oh,
Wait. Who's
Dominoes.
No,
Oh,
how's it going, guys?
How are you?
Yeah, just get started without me, bro. It's cool. I'll just like chase the bus.
Well,
I'll call a cab.
We started at 8:45, and then you asked me like 10 minutes ago, when are we starting? So I said this time. So you knew already what time we were starting. So then when I messaged you just now, I said, hey, shut up. So we got, let's see who else is in the house. Mashallah. Yes, guys, please. There's 15 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you don't mind. What were you doing, Brandon? Why were you late?
Okay, you want to know why? This is gonna sound totally stupid, but this is the deal. Okay, so like my mother-in-law has had trouble walking over the last few months, but she's been going through physical therapy, and she's getting better and better at it. And I promised her about 6 months ago that if she got well enough to be able to walk across the entire house and answer the door for me, she could clip my beard.
No.
Right? Bro, I promised it in front of the whole family. I can't back out. So I'm going out there to see her on Monday night.
How dare you?
And I'm fully expecting, I've been warned by several people in the family that she's spry. She's like jogging to the front door.
wow.
You know what I mean? So like
to the front door.
Yeah, they're gonna catch me off guard. So the reason I was late was because I had to oil and straighten my beard, because I want there to be a record of how elegant and flowing and regal it once was. You know what I mean? So blow dry, oil, hot iron. You know what I mean? A prince has got to keep up expectations.
So this is what I expect when I see you with no beard.
Bro, okay, I'm getting a watermelon.
And I'm going to assume some people will see this.
Bro, I walk around the grocery store kissing watermelons all day long, like it's on.
We got Jim in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. How are you? Thank you for being here. Let's see who else is in the house tonight, guys. Look at you guys. Welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Don't make me yell at you. We got Joker J in the house waiting on Joker J. Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Wait. I'm channeling my energies here. I'm gonna try and summon. I'm gonna summon Mike. I'm summoning Mike. At some point, he will appear.
Mike is officially, or has officially, retired from collecting. He won't be here tonight. He says he's tired of this community.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
No, I guess he's busy tonight, so he's not gonna make it, guys. But
well, I didn't say when I was gonna summon him. I just said that I was working on summoning him. So.
Oh my God. Let's see. We got Paul in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Let's see who else is. We got Leo in the house, channel member. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Leo's always here, always representing the real ones in the house. We got Luch. Welcome. How are you? What up,
Luch.
Fights and body swappers, Star Wars collectors? Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, guys. This guy on the screen right now is supposed to join a couple days ago, and I guess he realized.
Hit us up.
Well, he realized that he didn't have a collection to join, so he's like, you know what? I'm busy right now. We got Thomas Joe's in the house. How are you, Mike? Can you believe Hot Toys made an alien over a Latino character? Wait, what is this? What are you talking about? Can you believe Hot Toys made an alien?
Is he talking about
over a Latino character that doesn't exist? I don't know what you can. I don't know.
I get where he's going. I get where he's going, and I'm sure we'll get into this later in the show. But Kathleen Kennedy and gosh, I can't remember her name, but the producer of The Acolyte, they both apparently came out recently in media and said, "Well, we're not expecting Acolyte to do so well because the Star Wars fan base is full of toxic men." So I feel like we're saying, okay, we're making a joke because Kit Fisto dropped, but we didn't get our random Latino diversity character. That's the way I'm taking the comment.
This is for her.
How dare you?
I know, right?
Wait,
dude, that's the best meme of all time.
Well, again, I don't know how to take this, but like I tell you guys all the time, please, I don't know if it's a joke or not, but we don't do race here. Race is stupid. Anytime you bring race into anything is stupid. Anybody looking at race about anything is stupid, especially toys. I apologize, Thomas, that I'm using you as an example, but this happened before. Somebody came in during a stream talking about, oh, don't you get upset that they don't make Latino characters? I don't look at that stuff. I'm collecting toys, period. Whoever the character happens to be, it happens to be. It is what it is. I don't think, and the thing is, if you really care about Latino characters, right, as a collector, anybody, whoever it is, right, if you really care about this stuff, why doesn't your collection look like that's all you care about? So you should have every single Latino character that has ever been made, no matter what scale, no matter what company, because obviously if that's so important to you that you need to be represented in your toys, then you should have every single Latino toy that's ever been made ever. It's that simple. So nobody's collection looks like that. So what is the point of talking about race and color and skin color and regarding toys? It's so stupid.
Really, we're gonna close it with this, Fab. You ready? We did actually recently get a Latino character release. I present Arturito. right.
Where's Chewy?
Chewy.
That was good. Pancholo.
Cholo.
We got so yeah, Thomas, not here, please. No, we don't do, this show, this channel. It's not about race. I don't care about race. It's not a thing to me. That's a liberal, Democrat thing that they see race in everything, but they're supposed to be the non-racist ones. Like, what? You know what I mean? So it's just very stupid to fall for that trap of race. It's stupid and again, I know people love it and I know people, that's their thing. And I'm not saying, that's not my problem. All I'm talking about is my channel, the things that I do for myself. And that's it. Whatever anybody else does, that's their problem. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They, whatever pleases them. That's not, it has nothing to do with me. But here in this channel, I don't talk about race. It's stupid. Again, I'm going to keep saying because it's stupid. I think it's stupid. I believe it's stupid. There's to be looking again. The worst part is it's toys. We're talking about toys, and we're talking about a Chinese company. If you know anything about China, you should know what a dynasty is. If you know anything about Chinese culture, they stick together. Okay. If you look at any Chinese restaurant, you notice that 99.9% of every single Chinese restaurant in the US doesn't hire anybody else but Chinese for a reason. So you're going to sit there and complain that they're not making a Latino character, a black character, an Asian, not an Asian, whatever character.
A Mayan.
make your own company, start your own toy company, and make whatever the hell you want if that's a problem. Stop supporting Hot Toys. Stop talking about Hot Toys. Stop collecting Hot Toys if there's such a problem. And go buy every other, Latino figure, black figure, whatever race, yellow figure, whatever race you're complaining about, right? Just go find because you can go on eBay, type in black figure, and you'll get everything from every scale, from every type, from anything. And your collection should look DEI. Just like that. It should be all diversified. It should be all Latino character, whatever type of character that you want Hot Toys to be making for you, do it. Make your own company and do it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm with you.
Yeah, no, but not.
Right.
I'm just saying, not on the channel. Not on the channel. Not on the channel.
The Acolyte in 3 days.
Huh?
See what you did, Thomas?
Yeah, no, and that's what I said. I don't mean to because I know Thomas is always here, so I don't mean to take it out on him. But it's just, I think it's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like what? Why?
Yeah,
why?
no. I mean, at the end of the day, you can sum up the entire conversation with anything that pits one person against another person is just bad.
And that was my other point.
And we can drop it there.
All it does is cause division, and that is the whole point of it. That's it. That's it. Anybody who wants to get technical and specific about, it's not division, it's because of blah, blah, blah. No, that's it. That's the entire goal of that, is to divide people, to get blacks against whites, Hispanics against blacks, whatever it is. It's all division, period. It's that simple. There's no bigger picture than that.
The fact of the whole matter is, Fab, the reason you and I get along so well, and the reason why we're bros, is because we both know that In-Art is the king and that Hot Toys is just kind of second place. So, I mean,
Fabs, the video.
Well, no,
video.
So he just brought up something very, very interesting. So, for those who don't know, In-Art has a new promo of, it's a commercial, I believe. At least I believe, right? And so this is what I believe the In-Art chills do.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Dude, where do you come up with this shit, man? Like every week you have something new, and it's absolutely slaying me, bro.
Oh my God!
I'm
sweating and I'm crying right now. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, bro. Like, I feel like instead of working out, instead of going to the gym and walking 2 miles, I should just come in and light you up over In-Art and race, and we'll be good after that.
Oh my God! We got Nightmare in the house. How are you, my friend? I'm doing. Being here as always, my friend. We got Chadwick Boseman in the house. Hot Toys is ready.
Technical.
Oh my God.
Technical.
That is so crazy. Wait, I've never seen this person here, so let me welcome them first. Hold on. I'm doing. Welcome, and I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. I'm just going to leave that alone.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's time to cancel Hot Toys, Jazz Inc. and In-Art are all about.
Oh man,
bro.
Also, guys, real quick, he brought up Jazz Inc. So I'm going to be very sincere right now. Okay. No. I'm going to be very sincere right now because, okay. Hold on. Let me say what I did.
You can't even keep it together.
No. This message is for Jazz Inc. I really would like to be part of the 40 people to get a what is it? A Catwoman I know I'm not getting one. But this is my plea, okay? And I promise that when I get it, I will be this excited.
Well, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, Fab, but Jazz Inc. is made up of all Latinos, and they just saw your rant and they were like, you know what, he ain't getting shit.
But listen to this. But if I don't like it, oh man. But yeah, I just want to say,
I gotta say, since we're already sidetracked and derailed, I just opened this R2D2 for the first time.
Derailed.
This fig is great, man.
Yeah, it's diecast too.
Yeah, man, I'm really digging this.
Harold, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. I'm doing. Welcome. We got Harold. Let's see. We got Uncarded in the house. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Let's see who else is in here. Guys, you guys are on fire. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 30 of you guys in here. Please, if you don't mind, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We got Anthony in the house. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Welcome. Matt Planet in the house. You made it on time. Look at you.
How you doing?
How are you? Welcome, guys. Let's see who else is in here. What about the Black Panthers? This guy, unbelievable.
He's on the road.
I don't know who this is, but
Chad, you're on the road.
He's he's
Chad, keep it coming. Keep it coming, Chad.
keep it coming. We
Let's
got Chris in the
go.
house. How are you, my
How you
friend?
doing?
Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house. Race is the new inner.
Yeah, there you go.
Imagine. That's crazy.
I didn't have to. It just happened. I don't have to imagine.
Then we got, let's see who else is in the.
Oh,
Who's here?
let me know.
Joker Jay.
Hey!
Welcome.
Sir.
You made it.
Good evening.
Nice to see you.
Right on. Now that we've got our diversity metrics established,
Who ordered a white boy?
Oh my God. We just met the quota. Thank you, Joker Jay.
What'd you do?
Holy
I said we
snap.
just met the quota. Thank you, Joker Jay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't mind being a
God.
diversity hire.
This channel, guys, it's all about DEI. Don't forget.
That's
So
it.
we have, let's see who else is in the house. Chadwick, again, Jazzy getting our committed to diversity.
again,
So far, they have made more ethnic figures than Hot Toys.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my God, you guys. My comment was regarding other channels who always talk about race and figures. By the way, you know who they are. Oh, I didn't know what that. I didn't know. I thought it was you. I was ready to be like.
Tom's sitting back there after you went off on his comment. He's like, "Ooh, what did I do? Uh-oh,
We got
he's gonna get
Derek
banned."
in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
How you doing?
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Babo. This is disturbing. Oh man, I criticized the Wookiee. Rudy, welcome. I didn't know who that was. Rudy, how are
How
you?
you doing?
This has the Wookiee Jedi from Acolyte and Fab from your race. He said Fab from your race. Unbelievable.
How dare you?
You.
Oh man.
The base lights up.
Oh man. We got Carlos in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
Welcome. Nice to see. We got Eric in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for
How
being
you
here.
doing?
Welcome. All right, guys, we did it. Jazz Inc. doesn't believe in diversity. I don't feel included. This guy. Oh my God. Eric says Fab should get imagine. I wish.
Oh man.
Bro, that can you? Oh,
What? Your
No,
street.
first Jazz Inc., then Trump. Okay. So guys, so we're gonna go over obviously. Well, I want to start off before we start with the figure. There's something that that came up, and it's very interesting, and I feel like it's going to be a good topic of conversation. So stay tuned, guys, because we're going to get right into it.
Nefty, are you in a tanning bed?
No, it's the freaking light here.
yeah, Doc.
Change the color.
No, he's in Barney's
No.
cave.
He's in the champagne room?
So, and the champagne. So guys, so as you can see, I was sent this picture of the entire Jedi Council. So as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then 13, 14. Obviously, this is Anakin, so he doesn't count. So 13 because this is Obi-Wan, right?
He doesn't count.
So we have 13 members, 13 Jedi. Now, I'm going to repeat what I said regarding the Jedi because it's going to be crazy. So far they've made 2. They've made Mace Windu and they've made Kit Fisto. Okay?
And Yoda.
Well, Yoda was, not
Shakti.
because of the
How could I have
council.
missed Shakti?
Well, not because of the count. They made Yoda because of something else, not because of the council. But we're going to get into that as well. So now, I'm gonna get into what you said right after I finish. Because it's a good point. So it looks like I said, there's 13 of them. Only because they've made 2 does not mean they're gonna make all of them. If they make all of them, it's gonna take years, right? Unless they just decide, let's just pump out one after the other, which doesn't make sense. That would never happen. The reason why this has to take a while is because they have to somehow introduce them, one way or another, like they have Mace Windu, like they have Kit
Yeah.
Fisto. And
Take the
because they're
time.
coming out from the same type of movies that are being pumped out by Hot Toys right now, which is Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, this is why these figures are coming. Now, going to the Yoda comment. Yoda was made for, whatever movies already, right? But the thing is, can they make another Yoda at this point? Absolutely. One thing that you see here that was never made with a Hot Toys figure, as far as I remember, because I own a Sideshow Yoda and a Hot Toys Yoda. And that's it. I don't own any more Yodas. So besides the Sideshow, that Clone Wars Yoda.
Except this one. Except that one.
Well, no, I forgot about that one. But the chair, right? The chair that you see
Yeah,
here,
the chair.
Yeah.
he comes with this chair when you buy the Sideshow version,
Okay.
or at least
And
there's a
there's-
Sideshow
There's a third-party Yoda coming too
Oh,
that
yeah.
also has the chair.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't know that. But so Sideshow has made this before with the chair, right? So Hot Toys hasn't. So if they decide to make another Yoda for whatever reason, it's gonna have to come with the chair. Why? So you could use them as part of the Jedi Council if you wanted to, right? So that's what I was saying. I'm gonna go with you, Nefty. So what do you think? What do you think about this? Is it potential for them to make it, or is it never coming? Because a lot of people think a lot of these figures are never going to be made.
Yeah, I would go that this is a long task to you'll be waiting for years for this.
Right.
So I don't see it in the cards, man. Really.
Are you new here?
No. What I mean also is that it's about the dollars or the money. They're not gonna, they're gonna go for the fast, quick buck. So investing in the long game, I don't know, man. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Nefty on this one. At the end of the day, the dollars have to make sense. And I mean, I don't think we're going to see the more obscure characters, but the ones that have like ongoing storylines and the ones that have been featured in like their own story arcs, like Plo Koon. Plo Koon showed up in the first 2 or 3 episodes of Clone Wars. He did that whole bit where he was stuck outside of the pod with the clone troopers. So, I mean, I think that for the characters that have had, story arcs in the past, we're going to see those ones. But so far as the more obscure ones, I don't think they're going to pop.
This Luch with the super chat, he says, this guy, he says, for the longest time, I thought I was racist because I didn't have black figures in my collection. And I said to myself, oh, hell nah. Then bought Black Panther, Winston Zeddemore, and Blade.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
This guy, unbelievable. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Carlos says, chat, let's ground and pound the like. Yes, guys, please. There's 30 of you guys didn't hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate you guys for being here as well. Hopefully Plo Koon is next. Plo Koon would make sense. But again, it's coming from the Acolyte. He's gonna
in 3 days. In 3 days, the
So
Acolyte.
he'll be in the Acolyte. The problem is, again, are they gonna make any figures from the Acolyte? And I'm going to bring this up again. If they didn't make anything from Andor, which is a very important character, right? For Rogue One as well, so they could have easily made what do you call it?
Deluxe.
An Andor figure with an alternate outfit, one for his show, one for Rogue One, and that would have been a hit. People would have bought at least 2 to have both looks. So that would have been a moneymaker for Hot Toys.
Can I ask a question to anyone in the panel, anyone that may know this? Acolyte is 100 years before the Phantom Menace. So Plo Koon can live that long? Because right,
Yeah,
he comes
okay,
into the Clone Wars.
Somebody brought that up about the lifespan of a Plo Koon, that species, and it was supposed to be something like 100 years. So then it's like, well, how is this species alive during this time when it's supposed to be like in the future? So that came up. I don't know anything about that, but that did come up.
Because
So,
Acolyte is 100 years before Phantom Menace. So we're not even close to the Clone Wars at that point.
Right.
Right. So one thing that I did read, I can't even tell you where I read it, but it was a quote, was that I can't remember who it was from. It might have been the producer of the Acolyte, but the quote was that effectively that there were not going to be any cameos from other characters the way it's been done in other Star Wars shows. That they want basically a blank slate to go ahead and that's why they picked this specific era that's 100 years prior to the Skywalker saga.
So this may not be Plo Koon.
Right, it could be the same species. It could be the same
species, right?
Same race, but it might be completely different. But it could be a completely different character. You okay there, brother?
Yeah, I'm digging. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say something outrageous every time I see you try to sip, so be prepared.
Yeah.
Nightmare says, I can see Hot Toys making members of the Jedi Council that we saw killed in Revenge of the Sith.
That's a good point.
I will go with that. Yeah, I will go with that.
Yeah, and then the others
That's a good point.
Might be made as limited as time limited exclusive. That's a very good point. That makes a lot of sense to me, because again, it would take years for them to have to introduce all of these people. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's 13 of them, so we only got 2 so far. Obviously, how would you include Obi-Wan as well? Obviously, when they make that version of him from that movie, right? But right now, obviously, they've made Obi-Wan a couple times, so you could just assume or add him as part of that whole crew if you really wanted to, if they don't ever make him, specifically for the Jedi Council. But that is a great point, Nightmare. The thing is, how are they going to get away with that? Because if you guys pay attention to how Hot Toys makes announcements, even though we get announcements out of left field, even though we get things branded TMS and things branded CMS, right, which are mostly the ones that we're mostly getting more frequently now, right? The MMSs used to be the mainstream releases. Now it feels like everything else is, at least for the past few months. So I think that even with that, even what you said, Nightmare, it's tricky because I doubt that even though we saw them, right, and that would be the only way to add them, right? We saw them because they were dying, they were killed, right? So it makes perfect sense. They were in the movie, there they are, even for a half a second, there they are. So that's why I agree with you with the fact that we saw them, they're in the movie, right? They don't have a big role, but we saw them. So that's how they'll get away with making them, and that's how they'll get away with the whole limited thing, right? Because it's like, oh, well, they weren't a main character, so let's do a quick limited release. But again, because of how Hot Toys has operated, I believe personally, I'm not saying that you're wrong and I'm not saying that I'm right. All I'm saying is I think that because there's no real background to them, right? It's going to take a while. But I'm not saying that you're wrong, but another thing is this. If they decide to come out with them just out of, randomly, which one do you guys think will be the next one after Kit Fisto? I'm going to go with Brandon.
If it's not Plo Koon, because that was the first thing. I mean, the second thing everybody said. First off, everybody was like, "Oh, I got to have Mace Windu now." But the second thing that everybody said was Plo Koon. So I'm expecting Plo Koon, especially because we're on an alien kick. Hopefully, we continue getting the aliens. I would really love. Hey, we say newcomers, okay? We say newcomers. No, I would love to see Shakti. Okay, say C10 maybe. Okay, I would, if it's not going to be Plo Koon, I would hope it was one of those two for sure.
Joker J.
Are we just talking about the Jedi Council?
Yeah, like who do you think is next after Kit Fisto if they decide to make somebody else?
Plo Koon would be the easiest. All they have to do is do a sculpt and swap out some robes. Other than that, it's going to be Yoda or bust. I don't think that they're doing anything out of love of lore. I think it's all simply money.
Right.
Other
Good
than
point.
Sidious and maybe one other character that they've given us so far have been brand new from the bottom up. Everything else has been something they've already done R&D on. They already have some sort of production model. They didn't have to waste a lot of time coming up with new stuff. I think this year is the year that Hot Toys is making a budget that they're sticking to get the company back on track after COVID.
Yeah.
There's no Marvel coming out. There's not a lot of IPs. They're going back into the vault. They're giving us new versions of old characters. Like I said, they save money on R&D, all that other BS. All they have to do is come up with a new head sculpt, slap it a new Clone Wars instead of whatever movie it comes from. They just got to rebrand it and they can resell it. I think that's what we're getting right now. I think that's the first thing you have to look at if you say, are we getting X character next? I think you got to look at what they already have in the vault that they can reshape and resell us. That's why I think we stand a good chance of getting another Emperor or not Grievous, Dooku. And maybe they put the R&D into Grievous and Sidious this year. So if I had to say anything, I don't think it's going to be anything except maybe a Yoda. But if I had to choose, I think Plo Koon would be the easiest. Kit Fisto was already R&D'd, even though they changed the head sculpt. For a Plo Koon, all they got to do is make a new head sculpt, rearrange some of the fabric, and bam, you got another big seller. So
you made a good point. You made a good point with the, they make whatever it is for money. And that goes back to the Nightmare's point, just because we may want them all doesn't mean that Hot Toys is making them all. Because just because there are some hardcore, and I would just want them because, to have them all, right? But I don't know anything about 90% of them, right? So I'm not the only one. There are a lot of hardcore fans, and there are a lot of people who wouldn't get them all anyway. There are people who just love some of them, right? So that's why, and that's another reason why I don't think that they would ever make all of them, because it wouldn't make sense unless there's a real attachment to all of them. You know what I mean? And for that, they have to give you some type of backstory. They have to have some type of,
I'm a big enough fan that I'm on a show where we collect figures of this stuff, and so I'd say I'm more than your average person off the street, but I'm not to like Brandon and Will's level of knowing like other lore in the extended universe, right? So I think I could be a pretty good representation of a wide demographic, and some of the names that you guys mentioned, I only know because I've heard other people mention them, but I couldn't draw you a picture of who they are. I know that one guy looks like a bagel. He's got a bagel for a head. It's real tall. Or not a bagel, a hoagie, like he looks like a submarine sandwich roll. That guy. Maybe he's one of the guys you mentioned. Like, I don't even know these people. So there's no way they're going to sell me on it unless I'm like a completionist that's deep into Star Wars. So that really narrows their the group of people they can sell to. You know what I mean? I don't see that being a good business strategy. And I think too many times in this hobby, we base what we think they're going to do on what we would do as collectors and not what business people would do for a business.
Yeah, it's a good observation.
I was reading the Hot Toys says I think it will take that exactly, period. It's that simple. And that's what that's the first thing I said was it'll take forever, right? 13 characters that don't really have backstories that we've seen, at least, right? They've been in movies for seconds, and that's it, right? So that's why Joker J's point is very good, because I could tell you right now, they're not making anything just because some people want it. Absolutely not. Why would Hot Toys make the Jedi Council unless they are making the OnlyFans version of Yaddle? This guy. we got Caleb in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing
For being here. Carter says, who were the 3 Jedi Masters that went with Mace to arrest Palpatine? Oh, that's a good one.
Stacey Tin, Kit Fisto, and F. Koth. That's why I said F. Koth the other night.
There you go. So that's a huge uncarded. You're onto something.
Do you got pictures of those? Do you got pictures of those 3?
Yeah, they're sitting together right behind you.
So F. Koth you can't see him, but he's the one on the lower left in the green chair. In the one green chair out of the whole. Yeah, that's F. Koth.
Great.
You'd recognize him if you saw him face up.
This is green chair. This is green chair.
I thought there was one that had like a squid head.
Yeah, that's Kit Fisto. He's not pictured
No,
here.
no, a different sorry, that's not a good because you're right, Kit Fisto. That's what I would think if I said Squid Head too, but that's not what I meant. I don't see him on there. Maybe he's not a Jedi Council member. He's just a Jedi.
Then you've got.
Let me pull them up like close up so I could so you guys could see.
Yeah,
I wish you
I'll
had
give
a shot
the
of them
spellings and
walking in
names
the
if you want to pull them
hall.
up.
Remember when they were walking into the hall up to the throne room? I wish you had that picture of all of them in the hall.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Because those would be like the ones that would stick with people that are just kind of normies, right? Would be that image.
All right, here we go.
Sounds legit.
So who are those 3 Jedi?
All right, so here we go. Wow. All right, so it
Hey,
looks
share with the class, buddy. There we go.
It looks like all right.
Yeah,
So
there
we got Yoda, we got Mace Windu, we got Plo Koon, we got Kiadi-Mundi, and we have I don't know what that
Stacy
says.
Tin.
Kiadi-Mundi. That's the guy with he looks like he's got a submarine sandwich roll for a head.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it.
So this is a badass looking one right here. That sassy
Dude.
Tin. Yo.
Now, okay. Can I fanboy for a second?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I like Stacy Tin. Cool. In the 2003 micro series Clone Wars, okay, he had a clone helmet that he wore, a Phase 1 clone helmet that he wore, right, where his horns stuck out on the side, and it was a bitchin' look. So if we got General Kenobi, I think we have a shot at that Stacy Tin, and that would be, I would lose my mind over that.
Probably looked like a Balrog or something, no?
Yeah, he looked like a Balrog. He looked like a Viking. He looked like there were so many different comparisons that you could make. Like he was just a great looking. In fact, if you want to Google that real quick, since you got control of the board there, buddy, Stacy Tin Phase 1, like it was an awesome look for him.
Wait, another thing I just noticed, guys. So look at the bottom of each set of pictures. They tell you which movie they appeared in. So you have the Phantom Menace, these 5. Then you got Attack of the Clones, these 7. Then you got Revenge of the Sith, these another 7. And then these are from where? I guess Revenge of the Sith as well, right? Yeah, because these are all from the
that looks like Revenge of the Sith,
right? That's what I thought.
wonder why they would do it that way though. That's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's weird. So what were you telling me to look up, Brandon?
I was gonna say look up 2003 Clone Wars or Stacy Tin Phase 1, SAESEE.
SAESEE.
SAESEETIIN, and then Phase 1. Are we gonna get anything with that? There he is. Look at that, dude.
Wait, which one?
That one right there. You got your finger on it.
This one?
That one to the left.
This one?
No, to the right. Oh, you're killing me, bro.
Your other
The animated one, sir.
Oh, the cartoon.
Yes.
Wait, so he appears this way?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, that's very Nordic.
So you know,
Yeah.
Mixed, mixed with a little Mandalorian.
so
Yeah.
this is gonna be your 2.0 of what's his name? Moff Gideon. So we're gonna get this version eventually. You're gonna see. Because that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me
I
of
think we'd have to prove that we would buy deep into this line, kind of like what happened with the clones.
Bro.
Once the
Correct.
clones started selling, they
Here.
started going deeper into like the Foxes and the guys that aren't like the Rex and
Here, I'm gonna get Howard Chan on the phone real quick. Hold on. He might be asleep.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm all the way down. Let's see what you guys are saying real quickly. Who were the? Oh, this is what. So who were the 3? Brandon.
It was F. Koth, Stacy Tin.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see what they look like. Oh, this one. So
Yeah, F. Koth has the horns.
Koth, right?
Stacy
Who else?
Tin.
Wait,
with
why
the-
does she look like Darth Maul?
There are two Zabrak races, or species. 2 Zabrak races in the species. One is light skinned like that, with the markings being very faded, and then the other ones have the darker skin with more standout tattoos. So,
But this is like
yes,
a Darth
he's
Maul,
the
like a
same
Darth
Zabrak.
Maul.
I mean, yeah, I can't say for sure because I didn't really dig into F. Koth. You know, like his claim to fame was getting schwacked by Sidious in that scene.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm relatively certain though that that's the same race. There's Zabrak.
Who was the second one?
F. Koth, Stacy Tin, which we already talked about
Right, which
in
is
the upper right corner there, and then Kit Fisto.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see, Kiadimundi. I think eventually. I think he, if anybody, did anybody know if he appeared in the Clone Wars at all? Kiadimundi, he did, right?
Kiadimundi, I know he was in 2003 Clone Wars. I'm drawing a blank on him in the newer Clone Wars series.
So listen. Names in Star Wars kind of mean something, right? Like Vader means father. Insidious is a play on Insidious, and so on and so forth. What do you think was going on when he came up with Kit Fisto?
Oh my god! Imagine.
We're doing.
Hey,
I'm here all week.
behave, okay? Behave.
Nightmare says Plo Koon should be next. Maybe the other two council members. Sidious killed Mace Windu and Kit Fisto. The others are Agent Kohler and Sassy Tin.
Who? Agent Mulder and Scully?
Agent Kohler. Yeah.
Who are these people?
Agent Kohler is. Let me see if I see him here. I don't see him here. Agent Kohler.
Is he the short one?
No, I don't see him. It's not here.
That's not him with the one eye in the second row on the left.
It says even something. I don't know.
No good Jedi has one eye.
No good Jedi has one eye. I wouldn't pass on Yoda 2.0. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
I think I knew Yoda's coming just because they could make that money, and I think that it could be limited too, just to have some people jump on it real quick.
Every time you say that, man, I start getting nervous for the Yoda that I've been sitting here sandbagging for the last month.
Another reason, though, another thing I want to say is, maybe not, because if it depends on what type of Yoda they want to do, right? If they're gonna do an MMS, right, it can't be a limited version. At least right. I don't think, right? I don't think it'll ever be anything MMS will be limited, because obviously that's your mainstream release. So if they do make it, I believe it won't be limited. I think it's going to be an MMS for enough people to get it, because I feel like there's been a lot of new collectors in the community since the last Yoda, and I can tell you that a lot of people are probably looking for him and would benefit from them making a 2.0. I don't think a reissue, but definitely a 2.0.
All I got to do is say, I don't think we're going to get it, and we'll get it.
We'll get it.
I totally get that, man, because what's funny is I got into stock trading a couple of years back, and it got to the point to where I could make my buddies money by telling them which stock I was going to buy, and they would just buy puts against it. Every time I bought the stock, it would tank.
It's like that Seinfeld episode where Costanza does everything that he doesn't naturally think he should do, and all of a sudden his life works out great.
I'm not that old, bro.
Every time I buy something on sale, it goes on a bigger sale the next day, or I buy something and then I always get screwed on the discounts. It never fails. I say something's not going to come out, it comes out. It's like, all right, whatever.
You know what the best thing is? Try never washing your car, and then literally every single time you wash it, it rings the next day. Literally every time. Yeah. It never
What
fails.
Is with that?
I went and I didn't wash my car for almost 9 months just because. And let me tell you something. I washed it.
He was mad.
I was like, it's about time. Yo, rained the next day. I was like, never
about time.
And my car is not filthy, but it's like, yo, what the hell? Every time, never fails.
It's why I never take a shower, Fab. Like I take a shower and all of a sudden, I get dirty again.
No, same with me. I shower and I sweat immediately, and then I don't shower for a month. Old monkey. Jim says, Cobra's collection. I bought that ticket because I'm irresponsible and only care to reduce the tariffs on Chinese toys. This guy is unbelievable.
That's Jim.
What we need is Dagobah Yoda from ES. Well,
Dagobah. You're killing me, Fab. Here, you want me to read I'll read the comments.
All right, fine. You read.
All right, good.
I'll be the illiterate. So
we call them newcomer. No.
So now, guys, we're gonna get into obviously the figure. So I want to get your take on this, Joker J. So. Yeah. When you saw the announcement of the figure, obviously I'm assuming you're gonna get the figure. How did you feel about the figure, knowing that it's been teased from years ago, and it's finally here? And the fact that a lot of people said and thought, oh, they'll never make Kit Fisto. It's never coming. Blah blah blah. How do you feel about that?
Well, when I first saw it, I said, this is where I'm going to save money, because it's not that. there was a time where this was sitting on the coming soon page, and I was like, I love the look of him. I because of the way he looks, I had to go back and learn who he was. So I went back, watched a couple Clone Wars episodes. He was in the movies, obviously, for like 10 seconds. But so I really like this dude. But since then, I've spent so much money on so many figures and have so many pre-orders coming in and all this stuff that I'm like I've been trying to trim things down. But recently, with my Star Wars collection getting sizable to the point where I was like, I need to go back and add some of these Jedi in. I'm trying to fill gaps. This guy's a one and done. We're not going to see any 2.0 of him. There's no reason for it. He's beautiful looking. He breaks up the color scheme of the drab Star Wars, color palette, and he fills some needs for me right now. So it's like, at first I said no, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I think I'd be stupid to pass him up.
Question for you.
Okay.
You mentioned something that was very interesting. You said you don't think they'll ever make a 2.0 out of this. What about?
I don't think they have a reason to.
Well,
yeah, they do. Are you kidding?
Wait.
Just sales?
Forget a reissue. What about a DX
of this guy?
Yes.
And Mace Windu.
A double pack?
No,
No.
not of those two.
DX.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the double pack, and I'll show you why in a second.
No.
You ready? You want to take this somewhere, Fab? You want me to drive?
Go ahead.
Okay. Kit Fisto, bring up Google again. Kit Fisto 2003. Or Kit Fisto 2003. Now, this is my personal project that I'm working on right now. That is what people want. I'll tell you right now, that is what people want. That is the lick right there. Okay, so pick that one image, the third image from the left. Yeah, go right. Yeah, that one. Okay, so there was the storyline.
Who people?
What?
Name the people.
Who wants that?
Name the people.
Yeah,
I want to know the
people
people that want that, so we can remove them from the friend list.
But I'll tell you why, though. Okay, I'll tell you why. Right? Yes, the underwater Kit Fisto. Okay. The other part of this is that Kit Fisto had an entire battalion of clone troopers that were all scuba troopers, and those are awesome designs. So I think that if we continue going ahead and hyping the clone thing, okay, we can definitely break in. If we did a Kit Fisto like this, the underwater Kit Fisto, okay, and then we did scuba clones, that would hook. I really
is your passion project. This is why you wanted the green body. I see where you're going.
Yes. But yeah,
I get that.
I'm gonna do it regardless.
I might buy a merman trooper. I might.
Right.
It's not too. Right. It's not crazy, but I don't think this is his good look, man. This is like Namor or Tarzan or something. It's weird.
Tarzan.
Like what was really dope about it though.
At all. It looks Conan.
Well, so
you got a point.
How do you fit that in as a double pack? Like this is like, how does that even work?
I think you would do it like make it easy to pull the head off, right, and just swap the head onto the two different bodies. You would have the body as he is. I know I feel like I'm gonna catch some heat on this, but hit me with it. I'm on fire. But I think it would be great. I think it would be a really, really awesome thing to do. And again, like my faith that this can happen, okay, my belief that it may happen all stems from the fact that we got General Kenobi from 2003 Clone Wars. Okay, because we got General Kenobi with the cape and all that, I think it's definitely possible. And we see they take creative license all the time with figures. Like the only one I'm drawing on right now is with Commander Fox. Okay, they didn't exactly do that helmet right. You know what I mean? The antenna was different. Things were off. We went ahead. We got season 7 Clone Wars Ahsoka, and she's the almost like a live action take on the animated character. You know what I mean? Like Sideshow does the animated versions, okay, but Hot Toys kind of does the realistic takes of the animated ones. So, fingers crossed, man. I'll hold out. I'm gonna hope.
Nephew, what do you think of this guy?
I definitely jumped on it and adding him to the collection. My thing is this: how do we measure how successful this character is going to be selling? Because if it's mediocre, then that Kit Fisto water guy is not happening.
Right.
I mean, because Hot Toys, is a business. So I mean, how do we measure how successful? Is it because he goes waitlisted in 6 months? Is that even a sign that it's successful? Because what figure is not waitlisting in 6 months? You understand?
What I've been kind of tweaking and adjusting my pricing based on is not when from release that it goes waitlist, but how soon after the blogger photos hit does it go waitlist? Because a lot of times, we talked about before, Sideshow isn't going to keep figures in stock anymore. They're only going to be going ahead and, if you don't pre-order, you're going to miss, basically, right? So when the blogger photos hit and then the figure goes waitlist 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, I think that is a clear indication of a hot figure, because a lot of people will hang back until those blogger photos drop because they don't want to buy based on the prototype photos, because there are always changes. And I mean, there were huge changes based on the tease that we got 6 years ago, okay, and then the figure, or 5 years ago, and then the figure that we wound up with. So I think that's really the marker right there, is that blogger photos drop and then count the days until it goes waitlist.
Well, because that's a very specific niche, the aqua Kifisto. So I guess Hot Toys would need to measure out how successful this guy sold for them to even think about doing the second version of Kifisto. Because again, it's all about the dollars, And if it's not selling, they're not gonna jump on it. Because think about it now, we gotta come up with a whole green body. I know they've done green with Yoda, but this is a whole. Because I'm seeing the picture on my screen of his.
You know what this looks like? This looks like that yellow paint application from that second Hulk, the Age of Ultron Hulk. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It
looks like jaundice.
It looks like it's good. So, Brandon, question for you.
Hang on, I'm getting Inart on the phone to see if we can get a 2003 Kit Fisto.
I mean, and the articulation on this figure is going to be almost none.
$800.
Oh yeah, totally none on that. And we were just talking about that on the previous show. Is with the way his the way his tentacles come down over his chest and stuff. Like this is all you're gonna get out of him. So yeah, there's definitely not going to be a dynamic stand with this one.
What do you mean? He could stand like this, or he could stand like this.
What
more do you need?
I will say I'm kind of pissed that Qui-Gon Jinn can't hold that pose. Like that really upsets me. That's why he's still in the box.
Why is that? Because of the hair?
Yeah, the hair.
It's the hair,
and
then
he's due for a an artisan treatment,
well, he's
right?
gonna get an artisan, absolutely.
Because it's easy to do. They just slick it back. It's like the Catwoman they could have done artisan. She was so simple.
Yeah.
It's
exactly. And I think, I saw they will make what do you call it, an artisan Catwoman, absolutely.
And I saw recently a Qui-Gon with rooted hair, and it came out great. They even had the texture, like that dry wire, not dry wiry, but like that frizzy texture in the back where he's got the ponytail and then he's got the long hair in the back. They even had that texture of the older gentleman's kind of worn out, old Joker J style of. It looked phenomenal.
So. It's funny you mentioned a double pack. Hot Toys due for a double pack, right? The last one we got was DC double pack. Was that the Superman Batman?
Or was Superman Batman?
So,
that's a good point. That's a good point. We haven't gotten like a
double pack.
A special.
Yeah, but it's not something that they, double packs. I feel like they were more common years ago. I don't think they're as common anymore, unless like it's something like very, very necessary. What would you guys? What would you guys?
They did the Mando double pack for Star Wars, right? They did.
The Mando one.
Superman.
I want to do Christopher Reeves 2.0 with Clark Kent, and let's put it head to head against Inart, because I'm gonna buy both. That way, I win no matter what.
Well, if Inart, I could tell you this. If Inart makes it,
Come on, baby.
Let me see what you got, right? Ready? Say you go hit it one time, or? One time.
Oh my God!
He's got the zingers.
What
are you going to do that one that I sent you, man? You got to do that one.
Wait, which one?
The one with the wrestlers in Japan.
Oh my God!
You got to send. Did you send it to me?
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't.
I'll send it again.
You got to send
it again.
Yeah, you got to send it to me.
Eric came up with a good point. A 2-pack of Echo and 5.
Yeah,
Okay,
that would
stop
be
that.
nice. That Sideshow
Okay.
did that. Sideshow did that. That's why it
Yep.
would be a good one because it was actually really good figures they made.
And they already got the molds for these troopers, so it'll be easy for them.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Stop
What Figure
it.
Optimus? How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
I actually like. I'm really sensitive.
On
I'm
what?
really sensitive on Fives and Echo. I'm
Right.
actually working on a project with a customizer in the community to offer Fives and Echo as a 2-pack.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting close. Long as that.
Look at all this dynamic posing. Come on.
Hot Toys should make Clone Trooper 2-packs. They would go waitlist before shipping. That is a great idea. And people would be getting 2s and 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wouldn't be much cheaper getting them, together than separately because it really wouldn't be. But I think people would get, 3 double packs, 4, and it's just that much easier. You know what I mean? I feel like, at least. What do you guys think?
When they do that,
Dude,
that
I would
buy
jump
one,
on that all day long.
when they do that buy 2 get 100 off, buy 3 get 200 off thing or whatever, I load up on troopers.
Right.
I'm like, take them now. When they're cheap, they're trying to get rid of them. Buy them, stick them in the background. They're good space fillers.
And Fabs, Kid Fisto, getting back to Kid Fisto, with that long, whatever you call that he has there. No way he's sitting in a Jedi council chair.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, that's a good point. But hey, you know what I will say
Unless
is
it's
that
movable.
that's where I was going to go
Yeah,
with
that's
that
gotta be
because
rubber. That's
here's the
gotta be
thing.
rubber.
Fennec Shand has a posable ponytail, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'll
that's
go
gotta.
ahead and
I
I'll
feel
show
like
you.
that's gotta be rubber. That can't be hard, unmovable plastic. And I think if it is, forget it. It's a big mistake because it'll be stiff and he won't be able to turn his head at all.
And then Ahsoka's Montrals as well are posable. I'm looking for the head. I've got a Kit Fisto head from Sideshow.
And Brandon,
I
you were
wanna show
talking
you
about
guys.
the double pack of Mace Windu and you stopped. What were you talking about?
Oh no! I wasn't saying. I think somebody was hinting at, or somebody was confused, thinking that we meant a double pack with Kit Fisto and Mace Windu. No, that's not going to be a thing.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought that's what you meant. Yeah, no, that would never happen. But why do you guys also think that a double pack is due as if it's something that? Hold on, Joker.
From a business angle.
Yeah, but it's not something. It's not something that like. Look at what happened to the last double pack. It was discounted. How much? Like 50%. You know what I mean,
dude?
So
But one of you guys' point that you mentioned clones. Start doing clones in double pack. That's a good business. For
Hard
them.
to see in here. My
yeah,
lighting.
that's a great
It
idea.
doesn't cost them much. They already got the pieces. Maybe
exactly. No, that would be
job.
That's a great idea. And they can. And you know what's funny? They could do this all the time. They could do it every few months, and people will still buy them. You know what I mean? They'll come out with a set. Boom, sold out. 6, 7, 8 months later, another double set. Boom. You could do double sets of clones, double sets of stormtroopers, double sets of. You know what I mean? Like they have in the past done double packs of stormtroopers with different heights. That was a very big seller years ago, and I believe that was the very first stormtrooper double pack that Hot Toys made. And the cool thing about it was 2 stormtroopers, one was taller than the other. They never made that ever again. So
that would have been nice.
Stuff like that is very cool.
We need Jabba and Slave Leia, $900.
They'll never do it.
Man.
I'm sorry to talk over you there,
I never, bro.
Yeah, it is so. Look, we could have gotten it 15 years ago. It'll never happen.
That's
like Disney has come out
life was
repeatedly.
better 15 years ago.
Yeah. But Disney has come out basically and said yes, SL Leia is never going to be a thing ever again, which I think is terrible. You know what I mean? Like, give the fans what they want.
And nobody messes with the mouse because third-party companies don't dare play with Star Wars, making Star Wars.
Hey, there's a third-party Yoda coming, so somebody out there's got the.
Well, somebody makes illegal Star Wars stuff.
Illegal.
The last double pack was also the same character for both figures, which definitely could have affected sales.
Oh, is he talking about is he confused and thinking about the Luke Skywalker one? DX09 or whatever. What was it? DX08?
The last double pack was also the same character for both figures. The last
I think he's saying like
double pack wasn't it a Black Superman and the Black Superman suit with Nightmare Batman?
And if it's not that, it's probably Mando, the Mando double pack.
Yeah, the Mando double pack.
What's the Mando double pack?
Mandalorian from the
from the Mandalorian.
Boba
Fett. Boba Fett.
Remember the one
Boba
everybody
Fett.
said was going to be a Grail, and it's still on Sideshow for like 70%
Dude.
off.
Wait, which
I
one was the
have
Grail?
never. That was the first time I instantly pre-ordered something, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait!" And then that year, I got approached by a comic store in New York, or not a comic, but a collectible store in New York, and said, "Hey, we've got a bunch of these available. We'll give you a cut rate." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll buy them all, bro." I'm buried in Boba Fett 2-pack boxes.
Oh.
I have on average like 1.5 shoe boxes per figure. You know, those plastic shoe boxes with lids
Because
to keep my parts inventoried. When it comes to Boba Fett, I've got like 6 of them. It's ridiculous.
because
man.
everybody wanted that. Everybody wanted. Look, I didn't want him to be resurrected at all. But if you're going to make a show, I want some cool, like, let's see something like, you know, what they were going to do, blah 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 blah. And then they show you Book of Boba Fett, and they just sank everything. And now it's like, why do I need that character? I don't.
It's
That
so
character
true.
doesn't exist in my lore, in my head. Boba
Yeah,
Fett died in
it's
the
so
Sarlacc
true.
pit, and it's over. Like, that's it.
On the card, it says nobody wants a double pack, too expensive, and if you only want one of the figures, you're stuck with the other one. That was a very common issue.
Yeah,
with the
that's
double
That's exactly what happened.
Yep, with the double pack of Superman, everybody wanted the Superman, not the Batman, because everybody had a Batman from before. So everybody was just getting rid of the Batmans. They couldn't get rid of the Batman. Some people did, but that is very true. That's a great point that it does happen. But at the end of the day, right, my mentality is, if you
Is
want
that
one
true,
of the
though?
two, huh?
Is that true? Who's selling the Joker? Who's selling the Joker 4-pack?
It was happening. It was happening. They were splitting the 2-pack because a lot of people only wanted the black suit Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Superman.
I know. I understand a lot of people don't want to. That's why I never bought the Nightmare Batman thing, because I want him alone, and I couldn't get him at a good enough price.
Right.
But that Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker 4-pack, was that J&D? Who just made that? Was that in art? J&D?
No, in art.
Yeah, that thing sold. So I agree with you that it's cutting like your demo in half, but there's enough people out there to support it, I think.
No, it's sold because, Hot Toys never made that Joker. Everybody had been waiting for that Joker. Besides in art, right? Before in art, only 2 third-party companies, I believe, made those Jokers. And obviously people wanted better quality, but even though they're great, those Jokers that those third-party Jokers were made were great. Some, I feel like a lot of people would want an officially licensed and a figure, and that's why they went that with the 4-pack.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Make figures in the background we want. All right, don't give us Leia. Give us Jabba in the blue. What's his name? Bib Fortuna. I would love that. I'd put that on a payment plan a year out.
I would too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so it depends on what they're going to give you. I think giving us another Superman just in a boring suit and a Batman that's only in a movie for 10 seconds. It's kind of sometimes that's the problem.
Thanks for spoiling the movie for me. Sheesh.
Another thing though, a lot of people didn't realize that the 2 Nightmare Batmans were completely different. You know what I mean? They had different things. They were not made exactly the same.
What do you think of that? The one on Kit there, the suit, the jacket with the gauntlets and whatnot.
The Topo suit, the Topo jacket.
Yeah, is that thing accurate?
It looks beautiful. I don't know.
It looks nice, but is it accurate?
It's got. I don't know. It's got to be the best one out there, even though they've made like 3.
Yeah.
I bought 2 of the. I forget which way. It wasn't the Daft Toys. It was, I think, the ones that Kit was making. So I bought 2 of those. I used one. I have a spare one that I think I'm going to do for do a giveaway with. But that Topo one looks gorgeous. I think that's the best one made right now, and the tailoring on that thing is sharp as hell.
I almost want to put it on this Cad Bane.
Oh, it's not going to fit properly though.
No, I know. I'm just so disappointed with that material. I can't wait for the sideshow one to come out.
Fabs, do a double pack limited summer showcase. Now nobody gets stuck with a lot of quantity of boxes. They make it limited. Grab it, go. That's it. You're not gonna be stuck with inventory of the
everything else is limited. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
That drives me up the wall, man. I can't stand that.
I just hope.
It's frustrating.
I just hope that if Jazz Inc. makes a good Catwoman, that Hot Toys, I think, will do it too. I have a feeling. I don't know why. I think that the moment they do a prototype of an actual something, I think Hot Toys is going to come in and be like, see ya, because even though, I would want to think Hot Toys not paying attention to them, and they may not be, right. They're just, starting. It's not a big deal at all. I don't think that, I don't think there's much hype as we would like to think regarding this Catwoman. But I do believe, but
You don't?
I don't think so. Just because
Really?
we know that's what's happening within the channels, like that's it. Where else is the hype? You know what I mean? Like where else do you see it?
Where else would I see?
Where would you see Hot Toys announcements and stuff like that?
The channels, the same places you just said. That's the only place you see hype.
You could go on Twitter for Hot Toy stuff.
Yeah, well, that's retarded. I don't go on those stupid things.
That's my point. You know what I mean? That's my point. You're not going to see Jazz Inc. on Twitter. So and you follow Hot Toys.
I don't mean. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. I don't mean Jazz Inc. I meant in general the Catwoman figure. I think there's a very high desire for that figure, not necessarily from Jazz Inc. Just in general.
No, that's my point.
Sorry,
correct. It was the Jazz Inc. figure, not the figure in general. Correct. Yes. Eric's. What do you guys think of this? Another 2-pack could be Plo Koon and Commander Wolf. Now, why this 2-pack? Does this make sense out of like a show or something?
Well, Plo Koon, I mean, the only way that makes sense to me is if Plo Koon was the general for that battalion, which sounds right. Definitely sounds right.
Okay. Yes.
I'm kind of drawing a blank on it, but yeah, it does sound right.
That would be nice, right? Plo Koon and another Commander Wolf.
Hey, Commander Wolf kind of stands out too, and he has a great story, because
Commander Wolf he's missing an eye, right?
Yes, he's missing an eye, so there's that story. Which I don't think we saw that happen. I think we got told the story of how it happened.
Right.
But then also when you get to Star Wars Rebels, with Ezra and the crew, Wolf, Rex, and Gregor. I'm pretty sure it was Gregor. He was one of the commandos. Yeah, it was Gregor. The three of them come back as old men a little bit down the road. So I could see that happening.
What about you, Nefty? Do you know anything about these characters or not really?
No, not really.
No.
Right, I just collect.
So we'll pass you. So let's take a break. Let's see what the Jazz Inc.
Get this shit. Like, I can't believe it.
Just a shout out to the Jazz Inc. collectors in the house.
I just dropped the money for the back computers for Jazz Inc.
Oh, it slides open.
What was that? A mortgage payment? We got Action Figure Academy now. So are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. You made it. Welcome. Let's see. Uncarded says the reason why the Inner Joker 4-pack sold is because they didn't give the customers a choice, really. The figure that everyone wanted was stuck behind a paywall. Watch them sell off later. Okay. Oh, that's a great point. That is a good point. That is true. A lot of people didn't want all of them. They just wanted either 2 out of the 4 or I think 1 out of the 4. And a lot of people, I remember when they went up, a lot of people were like, oh, if anybody doesn't want this one, I'll take it. And so they were trying to like get people to buy the 4 and then sell off 1 of them to them.
Anybody in the panel getting it? Anybody in the panel getting
it? I'm not. Anybody?
Not here. No, not here.
I'm aware that that's going to happen, but I'm just surprised that they sold as many as they did. So it's like there's some support there, I don't think every one of them are going to be splitting everything up, but yeah, that's going to happen for sure.
What'd you say, Brandon?
I didn't get into the Joker thing. Like, Dark Knight is my favorite out of all the Batman movies. I've got a sentimental space in my heart for 89. Okay, but Dark Knight I think was the best out of all of them, and Heath Ledger.
How old were you when that came out, Brandon? How old?
I don't know. 7 years old, bro. My dad picked me up from school. Oh no.
Oh shit.
No, Dark Knight. Let's see. I don't know. What was that? 2016? No, 2013.
Like roughly within 5-6 years. So, you think
30 years?
Mid-20s, mid-30s.
Yeah, 30s, early 30s. Yeah. I was born in 82.
Okay, yeah.
But no,
so 89 not so much, but you like the Dark Knight.
Don't get me wrong, Michael Keaton. The only reason Michael Keaton gets a +1 to the perfect Batman compared to Christian Bale is because I kind of hate. I kind of hate that monster voice.
Yeah.
You know, like Christian Bale does. There was no call for it. They could have stuck a modulator on him. They could have done a million other things. I thought that was kind of terrible. But yeah, Keaton is he's an amazing Batman. He was a better Bruce Wayne.
I just
and
asked,
like I said,
I only
go ahead.
ask because it's like I think it's like with movies, it's much like with music. It's like you had to be there type of thing, and that's where people's allegiance lies generationally. So I wonder, like, knowing how old you are, which is not much younger than I am. So it's kind of interesting to see
Thanks.
like where that cutoff point is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the younger
when you
people
watch
that grew
Batman,
up with Dark Knight, I get it because it's their generational thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I will say I'm a little bit of I may be more the exception than the rule on that, but because I love film, so
Yep.
Batman, like I was saying, my dad took me out of school for a doctor's appointment. I had no clue what was going on. We got out of the car at the movie theater and we saw Batman in the middle of the day. It was amazing. It was a great experience.
Those are sick
They
memories.
still hold up. Yeah, they still hold up. If you go back and watch Batman and Batman Returns, wonderful films. But Heath Ledger brought a lot to the table, man. And, God rest his soul, he owned that character, hands down. There is nobody, you can't convince me that there's anybody that can ever outperform him as the Joker. He made it so real. It was terrifying because the Joker in that film was a terrorist. He wasn't just, some whack job that went around doing crazy things. Like he was an absolute terrorist, and it was just so well done. So, that's my position on it.
With the new Batman coming out, part 2, we know who the villain's going to be?
Well,
I'm supposed to know this.
The Joker's supposed to be part 3. Part 2, I think Scarecrow. I think that's what they said. Scarecrow.
I thought I heard that too.
I thought Scarecrow, yeah. I may be wrong, but I thought Scarecrow. If anybody in the chat knows, please let us know. I did hear Scarecrow, but I could be completely wrong.
Whoever it is, you're guaranteed they're going to look ridiculous.
Yeah. What was with some of those? I didn't see that movie. I'll get to it, but
Batman looked cool. The rest of them were terrible. Terrible.
Really? Yeah, I thought so too. I saw the Riddler. I'm like, really? So we got this supervillain show up, and he's supposed to be like this super complex, enigmatic mind, and he's wearing trash bags, bro. Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
My favorite Batman villain while drunk is Arnold.
Okay, while drunk, only because you qualified that.
So this is a fun fact here. It looks like it says in Batman Begins, the Batsuit was pressing on Bale's neck, and that was the only way he could talk. Nolan decided to keep it. I never heard of it. Crazy.
Wow.
Okay, that makes a little more sense, but still, man, fix it in post. Like, it was terrible.
I'm come in and do edits for the whole movie.
I swear to God, swear to me. Come on.
Swear to me. And then, guys, let me see. I was going to pull up something else. So what do you guys think about let me pull this up.
Jazik, they're good company, man. Forgot about it.
Nefty, relax, bro. Like you're gonna send him off again. I'm not gonna say the R word again. Let's woof.
Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you guys about, since we're talking about Man, and this thing looks incredible. So it looks like 16kit.com is selling this cape for the 22 Batman. For those who know or don't know, Batman, the Hot Toys Batman came with 2 capes, one a shorter cape for the bike, which is very thin, and then a thicker cape as his regular cape. And this is supposed to be like the cape that he's wearing on the bike, right? At least I think. So I'm going to go with you, Nefty. Nefty, knowing that people were modifying the collar, they were modifying a bunch of things from the figure as soon as it came out. What do you think about this cape? Do you think it's necessary? Do you like it? Do you think it looks better than the one we got? Do you think it's something that it will sell? The price is, where is it?
$50.
$48.
Yeah.
So,
I ordered 2, one for the Hot Toys and one for the inner that I'm having. And I found
how do you know that this is going to fit the inner when they're talking about?
No, it says it. It says it in the detail.
custom cape competitor. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
for both of them.
Come
yeah,
on,
Hot
Fab,
Toys-
keep up, bro.
I
Hot
didn't
Toys
even
in
see
there.
that.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
would
yeah,
anybody?
yeah.
Why would anybody
How
make
dare
that?
you?
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would anybody do
And,
that?
and the reason I did it was because $48. I was like, that's not bad, you know.
Yeah. Well, if
And
you
it's a
don't
quick-
like,
and
if
it's
you
a-
don't like
it's a
one
quick
of them,
turnaround.
if you don't
Mhm.
like one of them, I'll take it. So how do you? What material do you guys think this is?
I don't know.
Joker J.
Like I would know.
What about
I don't know.
Brandon?
You are a master tailor, aren't you?
Yeah, in my spare time when I'm not ruling the world. What?
Brandon,
Now,
what do you- what
the only
material-
the only thing I'm gonna add that I wish it was more weathered because I like that wet
Yes,
that
yes.
was Hot Toys.
It's very.
What's the
That
problem
is
with the
kind
Hot
of cool.
Toys
Yeah,
one?
look at that.
It's just very
the problem
cheap.
with the-
If
feels
it's
very
cheap?
Very
It
cheap,
feels
yeah.
very cheap.
Very
Oh,
cheap.
like I mean, it looks great. It looks kind of like this, just more like weathering at the bottom.
More weathering, yeah.
But the thing feels like it's gonna rip if you like
Yeah,
try to pull
cheap.
on it. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
That looks like it's got some substance to it. It looks like
Yes.
it has some weight to it.
yes.
So I would assume maybe it's like a Kylo Ren cape, like it's but not crushed. It's just like I don't know, what is that? What is that?
because it's a very thin material. If you see, very
Yeah.
thin. So
I don't know. I'm gonna say something that sounds stupid, so I'd rather say nothing and sound stupid.
And Fabs, it's a quick turnaround too to get this product in your hand. So you know they're not asking for much. So I figured
Anybody in the chat?
I love
or
that we
on
have
the
these
panel-
options.
yeah.
Anybody in the chat or on the panel modified their collar for their 22 Batman?
How sick is it that we have all these options? Like this hobby is such a it's
Yeah.
amazing
It's
because
crazy.
there's so many levels to it. Brandon, even with selling, like it extends beyond even collecting into selling. There's so many different things.
And
It's cool.
what about the guys that are into the 3D printing diorama aspect?
Yeah,
of
that's
what's
crazy,
figure?
too.
I
I
work
love
with
it.
a lot of
I
those
love it.
guys.
That's hardcore.
I work with a lot of those guys, and they are fanatics. I know guys that want to just print stuff just to paint it. It's
Yeah.
like customizers are a whole other species, man. I love it. I really, really do.
I just
know
weathered
anybody-
some of my Tuscan Raiders this week, and it was just relaxing to sit there and kind of fill in the creases, the armpits, anywhere sand would collect. And I
Right.
looked at the thing later, and I was like, that looks more like what I wanted all this time. And it took no effort, but it was fun. It was easy to do.
Brandon,
That's cool, man. That is cool.
Bob said
Brandon.
that is an illegal cape.
How dare you?
We say newcomer. It's a newcomer cape.
Rudy says, "Is it me or
Bob's
is Nefty
funny.
the ultimate 1/6 bowler?"
Ah,
Yeah, no.
come on.
Nefty's biggest
Nah.
issue is that he has too much money and too much time in his hands.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I budget myself. But
No, that's
Brandon, would you happen to know anyone that I can commission for a Hall of Armor, a 1/6 Hall of Armor? If we could talk about it later, but just
Say it again.
Yeah, reach out to me. Reach out to me on Facebook about that because
Yeah.
I do know somebody who might take something like that on just
Okay.
because he's a mad lad.
I know
but-
it's a big ask,
Yeah.
it's big, lights, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was asking Fabs about a commission for Hall of Armor. Because
Hey Fab, you want to? There's something in the studio chat there. My blurb about the site. I saw somebody was asking about a certain part.
I posted it a while as soon as you sent it, but you want me to post it again?
Oh,
And
okay.
also, I was going to tell you.
Yeah, somebody. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was asking for I think Boba Fett parts or something.
I was going to tell you too. Let them know how they could order
What's up, Mike?
the what do you call it from your, like, for example, the Kit Fisto from you.
I did get your pre-order, Fab. You're in. You're locked in. Don't worry about it. It's covered, so don't sweat.
Yeah, because remember I
Um,
had pre-order on Sideshow. I had to cancel because I completely forgot that you were you were placing orders too. So for those, to let them know how they could get theirs.
Yeah, just reach out. There's we went ahead. We just posted in the YouTube chat my links and my socials and stuff. Just get a hold of me. The way that we do pre-orders is super simple, super effective. I send a PayPal invoice, so it's still done through PayPal. You still get buyer protection and everything else, but we take half down on upcoming pre-orders. If it's still in pre-order status, I don't have to pay the markup, so you get pricing that's might even in some places be better than Sideshow's pricing. I didn't say that. I don't know who said that, but it was said. But yeah, reach out to me on social media. We'll take care of it all through PayPal, so that way you're secure and you're comfortable. And then as soon as it comes in, we get it flipped around and shipped right out to you same day.
There you go, guys. Michael, welcome.
I like what 1-6 Junkie said about the comment regarding the cape. We catch up to it.
That one?
No. There's another one after.
Oh, a cut up shower curtain.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
that
I love it.
Yeah.
For $48, it might just be a cut-out shower curtain. No, it looks very thin. I mean, it looks great. It looks great, but it looks very
drapes
thin.
nicely.
It looks very thin, so I don't know what material that is. It could literally be. I mean, think about it. How much of a good quality can that possibly be for $48? You know what I mean? Like, you have to pay for him to cut it, design it, make sure it's done very well and proper. So it's all about his labor that we're paying. You know, it's not the material that we're buying. So I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but again, it looks beautiful. It looks very, very good. I got the OT cape and collar upgrade from the see. I didn't buy any collars. If I had friends in this hobby, they would have told me about collars. Bob, Desi Metamorphic Customs is the diorama expert. The Thor says our operators are standing.
Yes. Every time you hear me banging on the keyboard, it's because somebody had just reached out.
Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. My friend, thank you for being here from the UK. Shout out to the UK. Bangers and Mash. Welcome. Oh, I love Bangers and Mash. Also, guys, wanted to get into something because I want to let you guys know that I need your help. Because
Let me guess, you are once again asking for a donation.
Yes, I ended up not getting this guy. So if anybody has one that they're willing to sell,
I'm not getting anybody to any number on any subscription service on any BS. I'm so sick of that crap.
What do you mean?
Sorry to
What are you
rant.
talking about?
Wait, what happened?
Just every effing show is let's get so and so to X thousand subscribers and this and that, and it's like, does anybody want to talk about these things, or are we gonna, are we trying to make superstars out of everybody on YouTube? Like,
is that a thing? Really?
I didn't even know what you were talking. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, sorry. It sounded like we were going in that direction.
Oh no, I was gonna say I need somebody's help to get me this.
No, I'm just saying, like, oh god.
Well, can we get me to 10,000, guys? So it looks like, guys, when is this shipping? By the way, does everybody have this already from Hong Kong?
It's already shipping. Yeah, people are getting it in hand.
What about from Sideshow?
I don't know specifically about from Sideshow, but I've seen a lot of people saying that they've got it in hand. So I don't think.
Action.
Oh no, he's doing it again. He did it 2 weeks ago. He's doing it again.
I thought it was an inner appreciation night. Oh my god. Bob says art 15 collar worth it to me.
Yeah, they made a collar. They made a collar for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, he this guy right here supposed to be supposed to be a friend, and he went and can you imagine somebody who you think is a friend in the community and he goes and starts like buying his own collectibles? He doesn't even tell you like, hey, heads up, there's a new collectible out, like nothing, just, oh, I'm gonna buy the collar for myself. He doesn't need a collar. He already has 2 Batmans. Like, imagine being such a bad friend that they can't even tell you. Unbelievable.
Have you seen R15's store, custom store?
Who? No, I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, I think
R15 is pretty good.
He's out of France, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes these droids, man. But they cost money, but they're really nice.
Oh,
I haven't seen the droids. I see he does CCFLs that are some of the cleanest that I've ever seen, and like I've had my hands on quite a few. The only thing is that they're still CCFLs. You know what he does do that makes them worth the extra? I mean, because they're about $20, I want to say about $15, $20 more expensive than your standard CCFL. He machines the hilts out of metal, so you don't have to worry about melting a 3D print with the heat from the CCFL. So that was pretty impressive. That really got my attention. So I'm holding out until I'm ready to spend, a few $100, because the one thing that I hate is I hate dropping $100 or $150 and then waiting 3 weeks for my gear to get here. So I'll wait until I'm ready to buy 5 or 10 of them, and then, and then I'll get them all done at once.
Carter
Looking
says,
forward,
10 Umbra troopers for sale cheap, only 5K.
though.
How much are they going for? Does anybody know the Umbras? Are they like crazy expensive?
The Umbras are they're starting to creep up a little bit. We got down to like a 7-week average of $431 or something like that, but they're starting to step up again. Now I'm not seeing them for less than 450 over the last 4 days.
What about the
4 days?
Crosshair? How is that
Over
doing?
the last 5 days. You're talking to a guy who just secured a 4-banger of the Bad Batch on the way. We'll be here Wednesday. If anybody's looking, let me know.
Wait, what do you mean?
Crosshair. Oh, I locked down, bro. My tentacles reach out everywhere, bro, like through the ether. Even right now, while I'm talking and chatting, and it looks like I'm having a good time and playing with toys, I'm reaching out to find collections to buy. So, yes,
You have
if anybody
mind
needs
tentacles.
yeah, bro. Who do you think they modeled Kit Fisto after?
Wait,
I should have taken that last gummy. Oh my
so
god!
They used to
getting-
call me
you're getting-
Brand Fisto.
You're getting how many crosshairs?
I don't want to know that story.
Wait, how many crosshairs did you get?
Just one. When I say a 4-banger, I mean I got the whole squad, the whole
Oh, I
release
got you,
squad.
okay.
I got Hunter, Echo, Wrecker,
Oh,
and
but you're
Crosshair on the way.
selling them. But you're selling them.
Hell yeah, dog.
Oh wow, guys, there you go. Umbra is averaging 525. Wow.
Wow.
God, that's a lot.
Dude, that's a zinger right there. Oh, is he talking about eBay solds? I never look at eBay solds. I mean, I do occasionally, but
That's insane, man. 525 for a true. I mean, the
For
three
true,
helmets.
yeah.
The three helmets is cool, right? This is a
Yeah.
really good looking trooper here. I like it a lot. I love the helmet. I love the light up function on the helmet. Even though it's very plain, it still looks very, very sexy to me, and that's why I don't want to miss out on it. Even though I was like, in the beginning, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter, but like, I knew this was gonna happen. It's like the one figure that you don't have is the one that you want, and I need it, guys. So if anybody has an extra one that they would like to sell or trade, let me know. I will figure it out, but I need one ASAP. So, Brandon, if you find one, please let me know. I know people have been
I
getting
passed on
lucky.
one earlier, so
Well,
yeah,
people
I'll
have been getting lucky on the wait list on Sideshow, and I didn't even get a notification like, "Hey, you could get one." You know, so-
that's what it was too. I passed on.
Hey,
people
I got
trying
a
to sell them
question
and
for
the
everybody.
version
I got
passed
a
on,
I got a question for all you guys. What is your significant other, your wife, your dad, your whoever that comes around and sees your stuff? What do they honestly think of your collection?
I had okay. Let me field that one first. I had some pipes blow out in my house. So for the last 3 days, I had a squad of like 5 plumbers tearing out walls and stuff.
crazy.
We finished the project today, and one of the guys was a nerd who came up who was working. You know, my library bathroom actually was one of the ones with the problem. He came up and saw my inventory closet, and I've got probably 20, about 18 figures on display in there. And he lost his mind over it. He had never seen anything like it. Blew him away. And like, I'm feeling embarrassed because like I've got a squad of like 6 212s up on the top shelf that I never even took the time to pose. They're just standing there like herp. And he was
And you don't know
blown
how
away.
people are
He's
going
like,
to take it too. You know, it could be a
Uh-huh.
bit jarring for some people to be like, "Holy, what
yeah.
is all this?"
oh yeah. But no, he immediately nerded out over it. It was the neatest thing because like I'm sitting here all ashamed because you know, like, oh, I should have had a better display. And meanwhile, he doesn't give a shit about the mess I've got in there, about everything else I'm doing. He is like in Star Wars heaven. Just can't believe it.
That's awesome.
My wife, when I get figures in that I've been waiting for a long time, when I get like rails and stuff in, she'll open them with me, and like she feeds off the excitement too. She's not a fanatic the way that I am, but you know, she tries to be. It's pretty awesome. You know, so that's fun. I'm sure other people in the family look at me and they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
What about you, Nefty?
I get full support. The family loves it. I've had the same reaction when I've had people come over, as you, Brandon. They're amazed on Hot Toys because obviously they're not aware of it. They're always taking videos, taking pictures. They get.
Do you let them touch the figures when they come? over?
No. and you always got that one. And I'm like, no.
No.
You're like, what are you, nuts?
And it's crazy because now that I got the module case, you'll see the person unaware, I guess, that there's a panel there. They'll go right to touch it, and they hit the glass. I'm like, oh, the acrylic, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But same thing. I've had people come over, you know, to work on the house, or family members or friends of the kids that come in, and they're amazed. you know, and they get a sense. They say, this you can't get it at Target, right? I'm like, no, you can't get.
Yeah, no.
Just tell them. Just
There's
tell
no
them.
reason why you're not allowed to touch
mentioned,
them.
I never mentioned price. I never.
Well, no,
mentioned
just tell them. Just tell them. No, not at Target. Toys Wonderland.
Yeah.
What about you, Joker J? What do people say when they see your collection?
My ex, who I'm still very close to, she comes over and helps me put together the Detolf cases and stuff. And she finds a lot of it very interesting. She likes certain ones, you know what I mean? But the amount, like, forget it, Fobs. If she saw your stuff, she'd be like, what is he out of his mind? So that's where she's like, how much are these? And then she starts doing the math and she's counting and she's just like, you're nuts. And my poor mother, I have everything shipped to her house because she's been retired for years. She's older. And that way the porch pirates don't get any of my stuff. I go over to her house and I pick up my stuff. And her thing is always, she goes, are these ever going to stop coming?
you know what
and I'm like, not anytime soon.
No,
you know,
that you mentioned.
Look at Michael's comment.
that porch pirate thing. I can't imagine living in New York City and ordering Hot Toys. How do you deal with that when it gets delivered to an apartment building? Like,
I'll say the same thing, man. I'm not sure how you guys do it either. I mean, you know, I'm a bit of a misanthrope. So like I kind of like the house that we bought has a 200-foot driveway to my front door. Like I'm uphill, I'm behind trees and everything. So I'm nowhere near the street. So I don't really have to worry about porch pirates, especially because the way my front door is set, you can't see any packages that are sitting on my stoop. Mm-hmm. So I think about that sometimes though. And I stress over that. It's like, what if somebody came all the way up here and tried to, you know, grift one of my packages? I don't know how normal people do it, man. Like guys where you can just walk down the street and look over and see what people have on their doorstep.
Well, I'm pretty good in this neighborhood. I live in a pretty good neighborhood. Nobody's really looking to do anything like that. But I always err on the side of caution. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Jim, old monkey, he's had stuff stolen right off. You know, he had to get a Ring doorbell and whatnot because he had guys just come up missing. You know,
you know how frustrating that is?
Huh?
You know how frustrating that is to get your shit stolen?
Dude, well, I know how frustrated he was. I heard all about it, and I know how frustrated. I know how I would have felt. Like I would have felt pissed. No, yeah. I go right over frustration to anger. You know.
Yeah, when
I've seen people with Ring doorbells that have the license plate of the car, full description, full face, everything, and the police just go, you know, it's not really a big deal. There's not a whole lot we can do about it.
Yeah, welcome to Biden's America.
There's a $900 figure that just got snatched. Like, what are you talking about? They're like $900. Get out of here.
That happened to me. That happened to me. I had a $200 duffel bag, North Face duffel bag from Amazon. Came to the porch. The guy, literally, the license plate on camera, the guy's face on camera, the car on camera, the make and model on camera. I called the police department. They're like, "Oh, call Amazon. They'll give you your money back. Have a good night."
I know. Like, how about we start busting people, man?
This wasn't within the past 4 years that Biden was president. This happened in 2017, 2018. So that's how long, and that's what the cop said. Oh, call Amazon to give you your money back. Have a good night. Period.
Joker J.
And then they tell you crime is down, but nothing's getting reported. Go ahead.
Joker J. You're in New York, right?
Yeah.
New York State, right? You've heard of Roscoe, New York? Roscoe, New York?
Roscoe, no.
Okay.
Their chicken and waffles are great there.
The Roscoe dine is amazing. You get $1 an acre. It's the middle of nowhere. Beautiful place, bro. Two people go up. Roscoe, New York. Two people go up the mountain. One comes down.
Yeah.
I'll get solved up there.
Well, that's my whole thing. Is like, okay, is it Texas where you have the right to fight or something or whatever, where they can agree to mutual combat and the cop will stand by and watch just to make sure nobody gets too effed up, right? I like rules like that. Like, okay, fine. I understand the cops can't be everywhere and solve every problem. They're not Superman. Maybe that is a bit too much to expect police to handle. But at the same time, it's like, then let me go take care of it. And as long as nobody gets killed, then let it rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like a smaller town. You're face to face with people, and maybe you can give a wink and a nod, and it's understood. You know, maybe we'll turn our back on this because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Albert says us peasants have to worry. This guy. Michael says I live in a sketchy neighborhood. Luckily, there's always someone here. Believe me, when the Bad Batch 4 banger came in, I was making sure somebody was there. Yeah, he ordered all of them, every single one from toysforkiddos.com. He ordered the entire crew the same exact order, same exact day. So I could only imagine the stress.
But I can imagine like in the city. You live in the city of New York, the borough of Manhattan, the borough of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, whatever. Apartment building.
Is that English?
And you're ordering Hot Toys. How do you get that? You know?
Jim says Joker Jerry's mom supports Inner because they aren't on her porch. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't
Man,
get
the chat's got zingers today.
Because she's also like in our hoop.
In our hoop. Faz, I had some collectibles stolen from my house and called the cops when they asked what they stole. There was a long pause. Oh my God. Can you imagine? That's horrible. Thanks, Joker. It took me 2 years to reorder. I think that wasn't stolen twice. That was
stolen twice.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Can you imagine? Yeah,
bro, I'm hiding behind a bush with a baseball bat, bro. I'm letting them take the box and everything, and I'm just gonna let them walk by and pow. I can't even handle that, man. Like, one thing I'm pretty sensitive to is stealing. If you want to steal some shit from me, walk up to me and tell me you're gonna take it, and let's have a conversation before I let you off with it, you know? But to just take something that doesn't belong to you, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit sensitive to it because I got a little bit of history with that, but I don't get it, man.
It's just scummy. It's scummy, period.
When people come here see my collection, this is how I feel.
At the end was great.
My man.
Oh my God.
My man is Jack right there, bro.
Well, that's hot.
Hilarious.
My man is Jack.
All right, guys. So Brandon, let them know again before we get out of here what how to get in contact with you to sell to place your orders and everything else.
Instagram is at Zapco 2A's ZAAPCO Zapco_scrapyard. Facebook.com/Zapco is how you find my Facebook page. Or if you have a friend who is a friend with me, you can just search my name and pop up. It's a picture of me and my wife. And she's definitely the better looking one in the couple. But yeah, reach out. We'll get it done. In fact, here's my phone number.
Joker Jay, anything coming soon?
I'm putting out a new video tomorrow. Get me to 5,000 subscribers.
Oh my God.
Don't be racist. Don't hate me because I'm white.
He said, don't be racist.
That's all.
Man.
I'm done.
Nefty, how many Jazz Inc. vehicles are coming?
No. I did purchase or I should say, I did drop the deposit on the back computer. I'm hoping to jimmy it so I can watch Netflix on one screen, Hulu on the other screen, Disney Plus, and all that, you know. But no, I got nothing coming. Sideshow is gonna hit me hard though, because when those drops come that they just announced, they're gonna come 1, 2, 3 like they did. Was it mid spring? They did that to me this year already. It was like 8 in one shot. So it is what it is.
You know what's funny is my wife knows when I'm buying inventory for work versus when I'm buying inventory for me. Because, you know, I've still got a lot of stuff on pre-order from Sideshow that I just never got around to canceling after I made my new connections. But for a while there, it must have been a week, I was getting like 1-2 packages a day. And she's looking at these labels from Sideshow going, so are these for sale? Or
All right, guys. And like I said before, please, Jazz Inc., include me in the 40-pack. This will be my reaction.
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you through
I'm
that.
telling you, if I get one, which I'm not, but if I get one, you better believe it. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.